Okay guys, so we're back for another Ask Armin Some BS, and today we're looking at a big MCU topic. This is actually one that's been asked by many people, so let's look at the future of the MCU by looking at the past and what they said. So the MCU, it's not going anywhere. Superhero fatigue? That's non-existent. So let's look at this question and talk about the future. Remember some years ago, Marvel invited people to make proposals for mid-budget projects with more fringe characters. Think any of the stuff we got or are getting came from that. Say Shang-Chi, for example, or WandaVision. So if you guys remember, way back before the Avengers came out, I know this is like the way back, you have to really think of it. The 5-minute shorts, right? Those were pitch projects. If you guys remember the item 47, I think it was, that was a pitch for S.H.I.E.L.D. Essentially, Marvel did offer up ideas to people, being like, look, if you can make a short film or pitch us something, bring it to us, we will look at it, we'll evaluate it, and if there's potential here, we will go forward with it. Many people don't remember this, but Doctor Strange is exactly how that happened. Derrickson made a proposal using the character of Nightmare. He made a short film, and he brought it to Marvel and Disney and said, this is my pitch. Kevin Feige liked it and said, all right, you're hired. This is what we're doing. Let's go forward with Doctor Strange. Now remember, Derrickson was a horror director. He wasn't a big name. Other than Doctor Strange, he's still not a big name, but that pitch worked. Essentially, they're still taking these, from what I know, from people I've talked to, they're actually accepting, copies of whatever you can come up with and versions of scripts and characters that are smaller time, all the time. This is how The Punisher happened on Daredevil Season 2. There was actually Punisher in the work as a side story, but they were like, maybe we can fit this in here and work it off. If you guys remember, Runaways was supposed to be a movie, but Kevin Feige was pitched the idea of it as a TV series because that's how they proposed it as a bigger script, and he was like, well, Jeff Loeb can take this, so go do that. Cloak and Dagger at the same time. Kazar and the Savage Land was at some point in this early development as well. That hasn't happened, but I'm assuming Kazar and Savage Land is going to happen, So these are still things that are in development, and at any given point, they're taking ideas. We know that Riri Williams, Ironheart, is out there as a concept. So who knows how far they get into many of these, but it's the biggest studio in the world. So people are constantly pitching ideas. Now, what happens with these, whether they're short films or not, whether they're direct pitches, we don't know, but they're becoming a reality. And I personally do think Shang-Chi is one of these.